Okay, guys, I see many of you have joined. We can start. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's say that I have a resource group. I have 10 resources in that. Ignore it. The keyboard doesn't work properly. This is a Mac keyboard sometimes I use, and it's very small, so it makes a lot of mistakes. 10 resources I have. One of them is VM, 9 other resources. It's okay, we don't have to worry, whatever some XYZ resources are there. Okay. Now, my requirement is I want uh, no one should be able to, no one should be able to change anything on my VM, right? I'm being very specific, neither change nor delete. I don't want anyone to change my virtual machine. What could be the changes on virtual machine, guys? Can you list down some
Stop.
changes?
Size,
Stop,
resizing,
start,
stop.
resizing.
Update.
Delete.
Yes, update, delete. I hope you got the idea. Yes. I do not want anyone doing that on my virtual machine. Along with my virtual machine, I have NIC, IP address, right? Let's say some storage account, etc., etc. I'm happy if my engineers are making changes to this or to these resources. But I do not want them to delete anything from the above. I hope this is readable for everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, what should I do? What service I can use from Azure? How and where? Can you give me a quick answer?
We can put read-only lock on virtual machines and delete lock on resource group level.
Okay. All of you agree, guys? Anyone thinks it will work differently? So Abhijit has to say that I'm going to put a delete lock here, right? And a read only lock here. Do you agree to this solution?
Yes.
Anyone who thinks differently? That no, this will not work, or we could do this, we could do that. Maybe we can go to all resources and put locks individually, read only, delete lock here, delete lock here. By the way, is it possible? Can I go to all resources and put locks? Delete lock here, read only lock here. Is it possible, guys?
Yes, I think we can put locks on resource level as well.
Yes. Why are you think, why do you say you think? Are you not sure? Didn't we see it? We went to virtual machine and we had an option to put a lock. So yes, you can definitely go to every resource and you can put a lock over there. You can go to every resource and you can put a lock, right? So that is technically possible. But question is, uh, are we doing this? Is it a good idea or is this a workable idea? Which one should I do it? Abhijit says this is. Anyone else who thinks that okay, this will not work or this is not feasible or this is time consuming and we should do this, or do you all agree with Abhijit? Yes, guys. Anyone who differs? Okay. So yeah, I think it's a fair idea. It's a good idea. I mean, why will I go? Imagine I have only 10 resources. It's possible for me to do it now, but now I have 100 resources, 150 resources, and they're increasing, right? What are the drawbacks if I do this? Let's say today I have only 3 resources. I'm happy to do it कि यार दो lock यहाँ पर भी लगाने हैं, let's do few more clicks and I'll put it here. But what if tomorrow I have another resource? Will it automatically take this lock? What do you think? If I'm putting it individually, will it automatically take this lock?
No, no.
It won't.
No.
But if there is a lock on resource group level, will it automatically take or not?
Yes, it
It
will
will
take.
take automatic.
Yeah. So do you understand the
Yes, it
difference
will take.
between why we will not do this, though it is technically possible, but why are we not going to do this individually? Because you'll have to keep doing that whenever you create some resource and you may forget, right? And why do you want to take that hassle when you have this option? Put a delete lock on resource group itself, so no one will be able to delete anything from that, nothing at all, but they will be able to change everything from on all 10 resources. So you have achieved one statement here, right? Now the next condition was that VM should be a read only. They should not be able to change anything. So come to VM and put a separate lock. So let's go ahead and check if we can put two locks, as in one lock is already there on the resource group. So can you put another lock on a resource? I mean, obviously you can, but let's see it in practical. How do you do that? Guys, let me switch my Wi-Fi connection. I think portal is working fine. It's my Wi-Fi connection. Just give me 1 minute. You may get disconnected. Do not leave the session. It connects automatically. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
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 Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Screen
Yes.
is visible?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. I've changed the Wi-Fi connection successfully. So I hope it was Wi-Fi, not the Azure portal. So let's see. So here I'm on my resource group. I go to logs. What did we decide? That we are going to put a delete lock here because I do not want uh, anyone to delete anything from my resource group, which I already have, right? So I don't have to show it to you guys. You simply come here, click add, give any name, right? For better understanding, let's do it. I'll delete this lock, add it. I'm naming it as delete lock. No, the type lock type already says, but still, I can write some notes here that we had this request from so and so, and this SR number is this, or email is this. I mean, why are you putting the lock? You can mention that here. So now, can anyone make any changes to my resource group or the resources within that? Let's go to
No.
resources. If I go ahead and check my resources, they will not be able to delete anything. But can they make changes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes, they can make
Yes.
changes.
Let's see. A machine is stopped. Let me start the machine. I'm starting the machine. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and check the lock of the machine. Where am I now? I always tell you guys that keep an eye here and here. This one tells you with which ID you are logged in, and this one tells you where are you on which resource. So where am I now? Am I on resource group or virtual machine? I am on virtual machine, resource group, and I am on my virtual machine. By the way, I was able to start the virtual machine. So go ahead and check the logs of virtual machine, not the resource group. I'm going ahead and checking the logs of virtual machine where I did not put anything, but I still see a log. Why do I see the delete log, guys?
It's inheriting from the resource.
Yeah.
CNA rating from resource
And
group.
can you see the delete and edit button is disabled here? Why can't I just click on edit and change this log to read only?
Because we have set it on the resource group level, not on the
Yes.
resource
So
level.
it clearly says the parent resource logs can't be edited here. Click on the log scope and go to that scope. So what is the scope here? Resource group is the scope. So you'll have
Yes.
to go to resource group and their log. But that is not our practical. Practical is no one should be able to even turn off my machine. So I come here, whatever name I want to give, I'm just giving basic name. Whatever conditions you have or request number, whatever you have in notes, a free column. You can write whatever you want. Okay. By the way, these logs also they will have naming convention. Now look at this. On this virtual machine, we have two types of log. One is inheriting from resource group, which is not allowing them to delete anything. And one is directly on the virtual machine, which is a read-only access. So after this, even if I want to turn off the machine, forget changing size, replacing IP. I mean, I can show it to you, try all that, but better than that, I'm showing very basic thing. Restart the machine. It failed to restart, clearly says. This isn't an error, this is information. It says it failed to restart. Why it failed to restart? Because it has a lock. So I hope Azure lock is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Any doubts, any questions, guys? I'm going to delete this because I have to work on this machine. We have to do a few more changes to this machine. So I'll be deleting these locks. So do you guys have any doubts, any questions on Azure lock?
No.
Okay,
No.
great. So I hope you remember the scope of Azure lock. Like we can't put a lock at the subscription level. Right? So let me remove these locks and then we'll start Azure Disk. So I don't think so it was my Wi-Fi. Again, portal is slow.
Sohail, I have a question.
Hmm.
Like, if I want to add lock on multiple VMs at a time,
Hmm.
then can I do that?
PowerShell. If they are in different, if all of them are in same resource group, put it at the resource group level. If they all are shattered here and there, simple a PowerShell command. Search any PowerShell command, it will give you, it will ask you the list of the VMs and it will allow you to do that.
Okay.
Or we can have Azure policy also. We are going to learn policy later, but best option is PowerShell. Okay, I'm waiting for this page to come so I can delete this lock. I'm deleting from here and I have to delete it from the resource group level also. Once that is done, then we are going to start with disk. What do you understand by disk, guys? What is a disk? Forget
Data.
Azure. Normally, what is a disk in terms of computers?
Data
Storage.
disk.
Okay, what is
Hard
that?
disk which is attached to the computer
Yes. And why do we have disk?
to store the data.
Yes. To store any kind of data, be it operating system data, be it basic data, whatever you require some storage. And those storage, they are available in the disk. So if I open, let me show you my laptop's disk. Disk is nothing. It's like a memory card which you have in your phone, which you used to have. Nowadays, they don't have it, but Samsung and they still have it. So disk is nothing, but it is as good as the memory card which you have in your phone, where you can save your media, you can save your files, You can save your resume, you can save your movies, songs, etc., pictures, right? Whatever you want to save, you can save it there. So here it is. This is my computer. How many disks it has? Can someone tell me by looking at this?
5.
6.
5 disk and one Google Drive disk.
Okay. Good attempt, but no. I'll show it to you. Purposely, I asked this question with this one, so you have the clear understanding between disk and drives. These are my
4 disk.
drives. No, these are my drives, not my disk. I'll show it to you, don't worry. By the way, you don't have to worry about the drives. And in actual production environment, uh, no one divides the disk into multiple drives. They use dedicated disk, and one disk will have only one drive. This is my personal computer. I have a disk, one disk, right? One disk of 1 TB, and I'm dividing that into drives. Why am I doing it? Just to keep it, secure and simple for organization manner, for organized manner. Nothing more than that. How many disks do I have in this laptop? Can you answer now?
2.
2.
Yes, simple. I have two disks. One is this disk. This is 1 TB. I have divided that further into drive. Media drive, software drive, documents drive. Fine. This is one disk. The another disk I have of 500 GB. And this is specifically for my laptop's operating system, right? It's not necessary that you can't have any other drive in this disk. If I wanted, out of this 500 GB, I could have used only 150 GB for my C drive, where I'm keeping all my data, sorry, all my operating system data, and remaining space I could have used for media or anything else. I could have done that. But production environment, you are never ever going to see that. Wherever you're keeping your operating system data, that disk is called OS disk, and no one keeps any other data on that. In fact, in my personal laptop also you can see I have not kept anything, though I do not require 280 GB for operating system. Hardly 30 GB are enough. 30 GB capacity is enough for my operating system. But I'm still keeping how much? I'm still not keeping anything here, right? Just this data. Uh, then there are types of disks. I'll show it to you. One is HDD, one is SDD. We'll go to portal and see. Uh, Hard disk drive, solid disk drive. What is a hard disk drive? What is a solid disk drive? I'll show it to you, maybe with pictures, so you'll get a better idea. Right? So sometimes I'll use the premium disk for my operating system. Why? Because I want my machine to turn on quickly, turn off quickly, and if I have a good disk, it will have good IOPS. What are IOPS? Input output per second. So it will have good speed, good agility. So my operating system will run fast. And the cheaper disk, which is HDD, I'm keeping it from my files because here I just have to save something. I can do that, right? Do not worry about the drives, guys. Normally, in actual production environment, you'll see one disk, one drive, no matter how big it is. And one disk, one drive. Here I have made multiple drives. So we are not learning drives, by the way. We are talking about disk. Right? But this you'll always see operating system disk, and then this is called data disk. Wherever your operating system is installed, that is your operating system disk. Other than that, whatever it is, media, ISO file, database, SQL database, Oracle database, just some videos, images, whatever it is called data disk. So only two category. One is operating system disk, one is data disk. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I right click here, right, and make this disk offline, what do you think? Will my computer work or not? What kind of disk is this, by the way? Is it data disk or disk zero I'm talking about? Is it data disk
Data
or
disk.
Data
OS
disk.
disk? How do you know? If I didn't have these media and this name, then how would you know?
We can find out operating system installed with C drive.
Yes. Mostly, by the way, it's not a technical requirement, but it has been there since decades or ages. Operating system will always go to C drive. Right? So wherever you see C drive, that disk is your data disk. It is bound to happen. You will never see. Technically, it is possible. For practice, I have done that. I have installed operating system in D drive also. But in production environment, you will never ever see it. And it is that common that they'll clearly say that, okay, please go to C drive and do this, go do that. Actually, it is called system drive. But it is an unwritten rule that C drive and system drive are same thing. So wherever you see C drive, that disk is your data disk. Is this point clear to everyone?
OS disk.
Yes.
Yes.
OS
OS
disk,
disk,
I
sorry.
think.
Yeah, sorry. OS disk. Wherever you see C drive, that is your OS disk. Right? And you will see few more things. Can you see boot files, page files where my cursor is, dumps, basic data partition? All of these you will see only in your OS disk drive. So wherever you see, that is your OS disk. So in this case, and there can be only one OS disk. You can't have two OS disk. So if this is OS disk, then disk 0, what is it? It's my data disk. My question is, now if I right click on this one and make it offline, or just get a screwdriver, shut down my laptop, open the back panel and remove this disk 0. This is literally a physical disk, guys. There are two disks in my laptop. This is one of the physical disks. And if I remove this and then try to turn on my laptop, will it work or will it not work?
It will work.
It work.
It will
It will
work.
work.
Will
Still,
Will
work.
I have my
access may
data?
be
No.
No, we
no.
don't.
No.
But I hope this is clear. The concept is clear, right? Yes, no, maybe, guys.
Yes.
So it will definitely
Yes.
work because your operating
Yes.
system is not dependent on that, right? Your operating system has no dependency on that. On the other way, if I go ahead and first thing, like I right click here and I have an offline option. Do you think if I right click here on operating system disk, will I be able to turn it off? Will I have the option to offline? What do you think?
No, we don't have option.
Look at this. It is grayed out
No.
because this is the disk where your operating system is running, right? So you can't make it offline. But now if I open my laptop, shut down my laptop, open the back panel with screw, and this is a physical disk again. If I remove that disk and then I turn on the computer, what will happen?
Computer
You
will
can't
not
boot the
run.
machine.
Yes, it will simply say no operating system was found. You'll see black screen, though your data disk is there, right? But you can't control your hardware. To control your hardware, you required operating system, and your operating system was there in your data operating system disk, and you have removed that. So I hope this is clear to everyone,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go and check the disk types. Not in Azure, by the way, right? I'm just SATA is very old. We don't actually, we just see two types. These are the two which we have to check. Let me see a good comparison. Here it is. Looks good. So when we go to Azure also, we will be having these two options, right? Now, what is this? This is HDD, hard disk, right? SSD, solid state drive. You don't have to worry how it looks, what is the size. It's not actually about the size. We are worried about the uh, features. So look at this. SSD, it's faster. HDD, it's slower. SSD is shorter lifespan, right? Uh, it's longer lifespan, but you don't have to worry. Are you worried about the hardware? Are you the one जिसको जाकर hardware change करना है?
No.
No,
No, right?
Azure
No.
will take care of.
No.
It is more expensive. It is cheaper. Yes, you definitely have to worry about. If client has an application जहां पर SSD का requirement ही नहीं है, don't give him SSD. Don't suggest SSD. Right? Again, by the time a build sheet comes to you, you will have that clear instruction whether we are using SSD or HDD. Whenever I say don't give some suggestion, don't give this, this is overall approach we are talking about. So your architect team won't give any suggestion, but you should know. You can't say my job is just implementation, whatever comes, I do that. No, you should know the approach. You are not decisive authority. Being an Azure admin, you can't decide anything, but you should know it clearly. Got it? Non-mechanical, mechanical, you don't have to worry about it. Short resistant, fragile, you don't have to worry about it. uh, Price more expensive. It lasts 10 years. It will not last till 10 years, so it's okay. Only two things for you to understand. One is SSD is faster and it is expensive. HDD is slower and it is more affordable. From Azure admin perspective, these two things are more than enough for you. By the way, this is how it looks: solid straight drive, hard disk drive, right? So in my laptop, my operating system, the one which I have, I'm using it here, my operating system is installed on a disk which looks like this. So it is very faster. Hence, whenever I turn off my laptop, turn on my laptop, it doesn't take time. It works as smooth as my Mac. Right? In Mac, it has completely SSD. But my data drive, which you guys saw there, media and other file, they are saved on something like this. So this is my data disk. This is OS disk. This is data disk. Is this clear, guys? Is it a technical requirement? No. Can I have SSD everywhere? Yes. Can I have a HDD everywhere? Yes. This is purely applications requirement, business requirement. Do you need your operating system fast, or you have an application where you need your data disk also fast? So go with SSD everywhere. But this is the difference. So let's close it and now go to Azure portal. If I go ahead and start creating a machine, I told you machine आपका पीछा नहीं छोड़ रहा है. You'll be creating machine till the end. Even for migrations, you'll be creating machines. I'm creating a virtual machine. We'll come to that, how to change disk, how to add disk, edit disk later. First, let's see, while creating, how to deal with this. I'll use the same resource group, so it will be easier for me to delete it. No redundancy, not required. Standard is fine. Always go with Windows, guys. Whenever we are doing practical for disk, always go with Windows. Linux, you won't even able to understand how to remove this, how to mount it, how to do this, unless you are working with Linux. So don't go with Linux for disk practical, not at all. I'll take a bigger size because I have to log into machine and do some practicals over there, and I can afford in my subscription. When you take the smaller size, your machine will be a little bit slow when you take RDP. Now we'll have to start taking RDP and work on OS level also. Right? Uh, we haven't covered networking yet, so by default, check all of them. Why are we doing that? I'll be saying that later. I'll be explaining that later. So I'm not explaining anything on the basic page. We are thoroughly done with this, right? Username, password. This one we have to check all of them. Size, image, security type, infrastructure, availability zone. Everything we are done. So I'm not explaining anything on the basic page. Click next. This is the page where we are working today. So first option is OS disk size. You can take a bigger size, bigger than 127 GB, but the minimum which you can take is 127 GB. This is specifically for Windows operating systems. Linux will take 30 GB. By the way, this was also one of the questions. What is the minimum size of a disk you get? So if I tell you that, is there any way I can create a 40 GB operating system disk? Straight answer is no. Workarounds are always there. I have told you there is a concept of unmanaged disk. We are going to see that later. But straight answer is no. Can you see anything lesser than 127 GB?
No,
No.
it's not available.
Now, OS disk type, very crucial. This you will get in your build sheet also. Next time when I give you some task, I'll make sure lock is there, disk patterns are there, right? And it also includes these one. So you don't just have to pick anything what is there in the basic and focus here. You have to read the build sheet thoroughly, make sure everything you follow on basic, and now we are adding disk also. We have been going by default option. Now I'll be adding parameters on disk also, and this is how your build sheet will keep increasing, right? So OS disk, normally OS disk is always kept premium or at least standard SSD, because everyone wants their operating system to be fast, quick boot, quick reboot, quick start, quick stop, right? But it's not a technical requirement. You can have standard HDD also, and you can have premium SSD also. Premium SSD, it's your uh, default option. I mean, if you don't do anything, it will come here. Standard. I'll give this uh, in detail in your bill sheet, and this has to be correct because there's a lot of price difference. If you go to Azure calculator, I've already shown it to you. Go there, uh, take a quotation for one machine with standard premium SSD and the other one with standard HDD, and you will see the difference. So if a client is asking standard SSD and you have given premium SSD, there will be a difference. So this is very strict point. Okay. Now you don't have to worry about this zone redundant that we'll cover once we have storage accounts storage segment. So as of now, focus on this. Mostly you will see OS disk will be premium SSD. Delete with the VM. Yes, no, it's okay. Just keep it checked. Right? Keep it default. Key management, don't change anything. We are not learning this now. Later. Now, what have we done? Which disk have we attached here, guys? We did the configuration for which disk? Was it data disk or
OS disk.
OS disk?
OS
OS
disk.
disk.
Right.
OS disk.
But I want one data disk also. For example, like I have in my laptop. Similarly, I want in my virtual machine also. Right? Your virtual machine's size, by the way, when you take size of your virtual machine, this decides that how many disks can you have. I've told you already that like let me ask this question. Fine. Let's say that I'm using this size. How many virtual CPUs it is using?
5.
8.
8.
Why? Where
8.
do you say five?
8.
8, sorry.
8.
8.
Yes. What RAM it is using?
32.
32.
Data disk 16. Does it mean that the moment I create the virtual machine, it will have 16 disks? And if yes, what will be
No.
the size of that disk?
No, we need to select the
No.
decimal.
So why does it say 16? What do you mean by 16 then? If I'm not getting 16, why is
You
it
The
saying
can
16?
add
maximum
data disk on
You can
Yes.
add data
This is
capacity.
the
CPU to 16.
maximum number. So if your architect team sends you a build sheet stating that I am looking or a client is looking for a virtual machine and they want 10 data disks, right? And please use size this one, D2LS V5. Even if it is sent by your architect team, your lead architect has sent it. What do you think? Will you create it or will you send it back? Requirement is
You
10
can
data
send
disks.
it back. You can send it back.
Yes.
Stating we
There's
have
no
only
way you
4
can
data
create
disk.
it. You'll have to mention that uh, this size, it supports 4 data disk maximum. Shall I go ahead and proceed with 4 data disk, or would you like me to change the size? You're looking for 10 data disk. The nearest one which I see, it's this one, or maybe others will be there. You'll have to go and you don't even have to suggest, but you can simply say what you have requested is not possible. 10 data disk, I will not be able to give you with this one. Plus maximum IOPS. What is IOPS? Input output per second. This decides the speed of the disk. More IOPS are there, the better the disk is. You don't have to worry कि किस application को कितना IOPS लगेगा, which one is good, which one is bad. You don't have to worry about it. IOPS will come from application team. But if someone says that I am looking for 5,000 plus IOPS and 7 or 6 disk, and please use this size, will you be able to do it? Or this size, will you be able to do it? D2S V5. give me 6 data disk and IOPS should be 5,000 plus and use this
No.
size. Simply no. If you are able to see something immediately next to that, you can mention, take a screenshot of this and share. Simply take a screenshot, put it in the ticket, mail, or whatever you have. Capture a screenshot, put it in your ticket or email or Teams chat, whatever is happening with your client. Okay, I see you have requested this one, right? This is not possible. But what I see, there's just next, this is what you have requested. It's not possible, but I see there is one which is close to your requirement. You need 6 disks. It supports 8, so we can have 6. You are looking for 5,000. It has 6,400. Something like this you can do. Got it, guys? And it also shows that which one supports premium disk. For example, a client has requested, I need this and this kind of machine and give me a premium disk and use this size. Now I don't see any size which is not supporting premium disk. Let's see if I have any. All of them are actually supporting premium disk. Let's see. But I hope you got the point, right? If you have a condition which is not meeting here, there's no way you can customize it. You simply have to say, no, it's not possible. So I think all sizes are supporting premium disk now. I don't see any not supported here. But got it? That if they are asking number of disks, so accordingly size will have to go. And you can see the cost is being changed for this. Is this clear, guys? Still here? Yes, no,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes, yes, yes.
We have 30 seconds left in this session. Let me close the session. We'll come back and start from here from the data disk, right? Do you guys need a break?
Yes.
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 Okay, fine. Let's take a break of what is it? 25. Let's resume at 1:30. 7 minutes. Sharp 1:30 using the same link.